Hi, my name is Genesis Levanway, and this is my assignment for Module 7. All right, you have to excuse me, I'm a little nervous on camera, so I will begin. Let me just go ahead and start my timer so I can make sure that I give you the adequate time. Okay. Families involved with their children believe that educators play a monumental part in their life. They are with them for so much out of their life, like so much time, like 40 plus hours almost. So and they're doing this on a weekly basis, 10 months out of the year. They really get a connection with you, and these parents want to feel a connection and what you have to offer for them and their children. And this is kind of what this video is going to be about. It's going to brush on what, as an interventionist, you can do and what you could provide for them and how you make those connections. This right here, I believe, is so important. This right here is what's going to make or break your connection and ability to focus on that family and give them what they need. It's important that you get to know their family dynamics. Not all children are living with their parents. Some live with grandparents. Some live with their aunties. Some live with people outside of their family and have came from just different walks of life and different situations. So I think that that is number one. Find out what their family dynamics are. Also, make sure that you are creating a sense of security with these people. You want them to be able to feel as if that they can open up to you and you're not going to be against them. Especially me working in the inner city, these people are coming from some rough areas and they don't want to tell you their business. They're scared that you might tell on them or you might put some kind of situation in their lives that they already are dealing with a lot with. So it's important to let them know that you are there for them. You are not against them and you are there to help. You are a tool for them to utilize, and that whatever issues that they have, that us as an organization could go ahead and provide some sort of resources that direct them in the correct manner. I think that when you first meet a family, you definitely need to survey them. You need to see what their needs are. What are their challenges? You could do this through paperwork and survey. You don't want to do that. You can also just do it in general conversation when they're coming into the office. Um, Meet with them on a regular basis. Where I'm at, we do weekly check-ins. We call them every week, see how they're doing. Do they need anything? Is everything going okay with their child? You got to remember, these are so important to these families when they allow you to take their children and have them in your care. They have a lifelong commitment to these children and they're important to them. And we have to be on one accord, and you got to respect what they like and how they raise their children as well. And you get this kind of through parent involvement. Get these parents to interact with you through different means, whether it's email, class tag. We also have different kind of apps and school websites, through phone calls, text messages. There's different apps where they can hide your number. They don't have to have your number. They can still message you anytime. make yourself available for them to express their concerns when needed, because they are with their child when you're not, and they know their child better than we do. Um, so it's very important to get to know them, establish that line of communication, make sure that you're aware of their culture and what differences that they may have that you need to adjust yourself to make sure you respect everything and to adjust their needs, you know. So, yes. Next one. This one is very important as well, just like all of these are. It's so important to remember to not only focus on what might not be going right in the family, but also focus on their strengths. They need positive reinforcement just like anybody else. They need to be able to feel as if they are on the right track. They need that encouragement, just like the children, so does the parents. Um, we go about this with a family center approach um, to make sure we identify their needs, though, and also respecting their boundaries. And we want to, in the same time, be identifying their strength. With every negative, come with a positive, have an answer for them. And if you don't, find it. Be resourceful. We're educators. That's what we do. Guide them. Be the person that can step in and make a difference. Sometimes a lot of these parents, they just don't know. And you assume that they know. And you assume that they just automatically know what to do. And it could be the simplest thing. And with your guidance and with your resources, you can definitely promote education, not just with the children, but with the parents as well, because nobody teaches us how to be parents. And it's that kind of type of guidance that helps us through the difficult time of parenting, because it's never easy. Um, but definitely build off of those strengths, know what they are capable of doing, and horn in on that and just use that to manipulate into different areas that they did not even know that they can do. So that's definitely important. I just can't emphasize more on positivity, um, giving them a sense of home. You want them to feel as if this is not just somebody watching their children, but somebody who is a part of their family, raising their children and giving them a foundation, playing a major part in their life, a part that they will never forget. So make sure that that definitely is emphasized, giving them that sense of home, giving them a place where all their troubles are left at the door and it's a safe environment, and you're with trusted people who want to bring joy and education to you and your family. So doing that, you're making those trusting connections. You are getting them informed. You're giving them the resources they need. At this time, they're going to start seeing results. Um, and with this trusting connection, when major life events happen and they may not feel comfortable or know where to reach out to, they can reach out to their specialist, and, you know, get the help that they might not be able to get anywhere else. You never know. My company, endless resources. The things that I've seen them do for families is amazing. Some of these smaller places, not always the case, but there's always resources available somewhere. And if there is not, we as a community should come together. We as teachers, educators, wherever you work, you can always come together for that family and try to look out for them. Uh, Parent involvement, we get them to come in with the parent meetings. Some parents, their schedule is our schedule. They can't come in all the time. We need to identify what's best for them. Do they need a video call? Do they need a conference call? Do they need to schedule it after work hours? Do we need to arrange our schedule for them? Make sure that you are able to be flexible, so you are able to take that time to identify that child's needs as they progress and set those goals. All right, and most importantly, do not judge these people. Oh, oh. Do not judge these people. You want to make sure that you turn this off. I'm going over my time, so let me go ahead and speed it up. Make sure you do not judge these people. Make sure that you are setting your personal opinions aside and genuinely be there to help with a positive manner. Yes. Next one, let me speed it up. Families are actively including in planning and decision making. All right, educators, respect their family's choices. Make them involved. They know their children more than you do. They know a different side of them when they're at home. They know they're able to get their child to open up more. So having that opinion is so important to forming that individualized plan. Involve them through meetings, continuous meetings. Make your observation, document your findings, continue to observe and allow the parent to be updated with what you are observating. And even where I'm at, you can have the teachers can have the parents come in and they have an observation room outside of our class. The children, you don't even know if you're watching them. And you're able to kind of see for yourself what's actually going on. Sometimes they don't get to see that. So that's a really cool factor that we do have, because we want to make sure that they are actually aware of what's going on and we're able to educate them. Not only just educate them, but make sure they're just informed. So when they are going to make these choices, that they are educated and they are making choices on educated knowledge and not personal emotion, because that can happen. Also, make sure they're aware of all their options. It may not be the option that you would choose for your child, but make sure they are aware of all options, because you need to also remember that you don't know what's going on in their lives. You might need to form it in a different way. Different things work for different people. And we need to make sure that they are just well aware of all the options available for their needs, especially when it comes to a parent that might have a special needs child or a learning disability or just any kind of behavioral issues or just extra, extra time that is going to be needed to hone in on that specialty that that child might need help with. Make sure that they are able to dedicate their time. Do not overwhelm them. See what they are available to do. Some parents are older. Some parents are not, well accustomed to technology or just current basic knowledge education. They're not able to help their child. Make sure that you are giving them the extra resources that they need to accommodate that. All of this builds that bridge for what they don't have and what they need. We are the builders of these bridges, and we want to fill these gaps. Because like I said, we can't always assume that they always know. So that was that one. All right, next one. Service and supports are developed for the whole family. All right. So, you need to make sure that this service is not just extended to that child, but to their family as well, their immediate family members who live in their household. Make sure that, you are creative with the resources that you provide for them. Make sure that they're friendly for their siblings as well to be involved. Just don't extend it to the child. Make other resources available for our fathers, for our parents, for all members of the family. We need to give them the tools that they need as these interventionists. That's what we're here for. Keep them updated, keep them reminded. Sometimes these people are not used to structure. Sometimes people are not. This might be their first child. This is their first rodeo. They need that extra push, that extra reminder. So make sure that you keep them informed overly. It's never too much to remind them, remind, and keep them informed and updated. And just keep that constant form of communication. Mental health and health services, that's a major thing that we could provide to all their families. Resources, maybe through the company or through different sources. Also food programs. They have programs where they will bring fresh produce and they could just come in there and shop for free. Parenting classes and workshops, financial assistance, special needs equipment. I've seen them purchase, equipment for families in need that have special needs children. I mean, some of the things that are out there are amazing. We just have to find them. You could provide financial workshops, job fair, and placement. Speech and special needs should be offered services and behavioral health services. We need to make these connections. I'm fortunate to, after 15, 16 years working in this field, to work for a company that offers all these amazing things. And so with the last one, preferred level of family participation is respected. That's going to follow back to remembering some people are not on the same schedule as everybody and cannot always participate. They're not always involved parents, and that's okay. But we do want to try to get them to volunteer. They can come and do a story time. If they have a specific culture that is rich with just different things that they can come in and share with us, career, if you're a special job career that you can come in and talk about it, or you could just genuinely come in and help out in the classroom and participate with the day-to-day things. Allow different opportunities for them, parents and other family members, grandparents, aunts, uncles. Understand that all family may not be able to participate in activities, but we need to respect this, and not judge them for this. But as our job, as hard as it may be, we do need to figure out a way, some sort of communication. Communication is key. Um, Communication is just major in order to definitely incorporate all these things and provide these kind of services. We need to remember that we are all a family in this world, and we have to definitely be there for each other. And it takes a special person to dig into these resources, make these connections, network with people outside of their job, throughout their community, throughout these families' community, to make these kind of things possible. And I can't say more than anything. We need to build these connections with these families so they feel comfortable enough to express their true needs and be able to definitely benefit for the resources that are out there. Nobody should have to suffer. All right, I'm Genesis. I went a little bit longer than I thought, but thank you so much. Bye-bye.